we go back in history to Napoleon Bonaparte, the great Napoleon, when Napoleon, there was a time where he was exiled on an island of St. Helena, and Napoleon lived in a damp house, and it was decorated with green wallpaper. And yeah, if you picture this like Victorian era house, this like neo Gothic, modern, like as interior design was changing, I can picture like this velvety green, deep emerald wallpaper that would have been common. That'd be a little extra or maximalist now. And this wallpaper adorned this house that he lived in while he was in exile. Well, back then, prior to modern scientific discovery, this wallpaper contained a pigment, this green pigment that was arsenic based. If you know anything about arsenic, number 33 on the periodic table, I think, extremely toxic. It's a natural occurring thing found in soil and in rocks, but extremely toxic for humans, and this was unknown at the time. In humid conditions, humidity, moisture interacts with arsenic, and it emits these toxic fumes that are harmful to the body. And being on an island surrounded by the sea, there's humid conditions, the salt in the air. The wallpaper every day was emitting these toxic fumes for Napoleon. And so for years while Napoleon lived and slept surrounded by this wallpaper, and that's not something you like go around thinking about, like the four walls that surround you at any given time when you're indoors, you're not really that focused on the walls themselves. You're focused on like what's in here, but the actual walls themselves, that which is enclosing you, you're not considering. Well, come to find out, modern testing found high levels in Napoleon's hair of arsenic, like extremely high levels of toxic arsenic. And so while we don't know that necessarily caused his death, did it have an effect? It likely did contribute to his death, is what scientists have concluded. And his health declined over time. And it was a silent killer. It was slow. It was something that was close to him every day for years that was probably never once really considered or thought about being harmful. And he didn't realize it. That's the thing, is like his decline was probably so gradual that it wasn't something you could see or witness happening. It wasn't just like one day is disabled or disfigured in like a major way. It was a slow decline, breathing in poison every day, not even realizing it. Likewise, in this 19th century Victorian era, if we go into England, like fashion was becoming a big deal, and it was a big part of society and the culture, and bright colored dresses were extremely fashionable for women. And so, I mean, thousands of women would proudly wear these gowns, and they would get extremely adorned. And anything that was brightly colored at the time, any of these dresses, especially these green dresses, that's the key because arsenic is naturally green. They were dyed with arsenic. They were dyed with this extremely toxic chemical. So they'd wear these gowns out to balls and galas and events and parties, and they would be literally skin to skin with this arsenic based fabric. A lot of the women would develop sores, chronic issues, respiratory diseases, and they cherished so much their beauty. They had no idea that the thing that was harming the beauty that they cherished, the thing that they thought was most important to them, was the literal thing that they thought was making them more attractive or feel prettier. It was the dress itself. The point of these stories is the arsenic in our lives, and I think we're more aware of its effects than they were at the time of arsenic, is what you consume every single day on this device. We don't understand the gradual decline that is happening within us when we scroll and hear this echo chamber of opinions and thoughts, even within Christian content, even within religious content. We are quickly giving our time and our offering to God at this digital pulpit. Like, we listen to the preachers in our pocket